Guys. Hey, we could not pass this opportunity and not say hello to you. So we know that this week is a little crazy, and but yet we wanted to say hello to you guys and wish you all Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. So if you're currently wrapping any sort of gifts, if you're busy, if you're going to stores, Matt, what are you gonna do this week?
I should probably start my Christmas shopping, I think, right? I think normally I guess I've got a couple days left, but I should probably should get on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, we know that this week and the end of the year has a lot to do with what, like wrapping gifts, right? So we thought, what has to do with wrapping, right, at the end of the year. So we know you're all hustlers if you're listening to us, right? You're all are managing a project, you're all managing a company's a department, things like that. So we just want to say, whatever you're wrapping right now, it's the old year, right? And the new one is coming. So, and that's a good opportunity to set something new, open, right? Just like you're gonna be opening gifts. Let's open up a new year, open up new boxes, new things. Um,
It's been a heck of a year, hasn't it, Anton? I feel like it's back to full swing here. The restaurants here locally in Chattanooga are rocking again. The parking lots are pretty much full. It's great to see everybody out again. Big company parties around town taking place, right? Filling up the hotel conference rooms, and just great to be back to it full swing here, right? And really looking forward now to a new year. I think a year that maybe we can be a little bit more intentional, right, in planning out things, a little bit more visibility into what's going on. We know it's probably going to be a pretty rough year, right, for the economy, but there's some sight lines into what's going on there, and hopefully we can get back into the business of planning out the year, whether it's our business, our personal lives, our social connections there, to really have a great year here ahead.
yeah, yeah. And if we're planning, right? So if the new year has a lot to do with planning, where should we start, Matt?
We got to close out the year first, right? But man, it's right around the corner, right? It seems like Christmas was away, and now it's like, boom, it's here. But before we know it, right, it's going to be the new year. And New Year's, right? Everybody likes to have some type of resolution, whether we totally subscribe to it or not, right? I think we all kind of think about, hey, it is a new year. It's exciting to think about, right? And to reflect back to, right? Maybe things we didn't quite get to, we hope for in the future. So I think setting some new goals out there, right, is something we all want to do. I think first of all, as part of that, right, it's starting with some of those small goals first, right? It's the small things, taking care of yourself first, right? It's going through your checklist, and you should really probably do this about every week, right? Are you sleeping enough? Are you getting the right food? Right? Are you making sacrifices to yourself in the short term that's going to help hurt you in the long run? Taking care of those first, right? Prioritizing as much as you can, kind of yourself, your health first, right? Before you move on to some of those larger things that are out there. So get situated from that here first, right? And then move on to, some other goals there. You got some other thoughts there as far as where we go there for next year?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, yeah, we're wrapping up this year, and planning is very important. I think you're 100% right. Why do we want to plan about the small things that you mentioned, right? Food, rest, kind of this balance, harmony, right? Kind of getting yourself centered, balanced. And the reason being is because, like we always say here at the Growth.Clinic, we say, start with yourself, right? It's very important. You don't want to end with yourself, but you want to start with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but why? So that we can be optimized, right? So we could be enhanced, so to say, to be able to go and do something out there, right? That has to do with your business, right? And so your project, what is it that you're trying to do? And so I guess small things, yeah, it's very important to start with small things, but I just want to kind of build on that and say, you know what? But at the same time, I mean, we gotta plan large things. And I know, you've got this. We see this border right around us, and it's Ukrainian flag, right? And it's near and dear to my heart. I know Matt has been a huge
Mhm.
supporter of that as well. And you cannot not support right now people who are literally in cold, no electricity, and shells kind of flying over their heads. You cannot not support it. And so, if your Christmas, let's just put it this way, is not perfect, it's okay, because I know Christmas also has to do with a lot of kind of, oh, I don't have a family, right? I'm alone, kind of thing. Or we always feel alone. We're not alone, by the way. We feel sometimes alone because we don't reach out to others. That's why. But
Mhm.
but if your Christmas is one of those, if your year is one of those, if you're literally like under shelling right now, if you're at the front line, well, don't let this current year define your future year, right? This upcoming year. So my point is, plan big, go out there, like, don't settle for something that's small just because the circumstances, just because it's always been like this, just because I'm used to this, just because I'm scared. um I think it's important to the idea of essentialism, right? Let's focus on one thing, but let's do it extremely well. So quality, focus on this one particular piece that you want to accomplish this upcoming year. And yeah, and just let the goals that you set scare just let them scare the heck out of you. Like,
Mhm.
make small goals to optimize yourself, one, but then also go big. And if your goals don't scare you, you're not doing it right.
Yeah. And that may mean that we need to let go of some things, right? Things that slowed up during COVID. We got involved with a lot of different things right on our plate, agenda, involvement, right? And it's speeding back up again, right? There's more things that are pulling on us, moving at a quicker pace here. So there may be some things here, right, that we're going to have to cut out next year, right, in order to focus on some of these bigger things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And so again, we always say your business, right? And then we say the third point is what? Your community, right? And
Yeah.
so, Matt, why
Yeah.
why community is important?
Well, it's always more fun to be part of the community, right? I think that was a good point about being alone. It's not oftentimes it's really not about other people pulling back away from you. It's you personally, right? Are pulling back from the community. You're not putting yourself out there, right? You're not going to a new church, right? To maybe meet more folks or to any number of events that are out there in the community, right? There's no guarantees. You might go there, n- you know, maybe nobody says hi, but you can say hi to someone, right?
Hmm.
And hopefully you live in an area, in a town, right, where people like to strike up conversations. I never mind if somebody comes up to me and just, you know, says hi at, all the coffee shops around town. It just happens, right? You don't even try. It's just you're in an environment. You put yourself in an environment where those things can happen more. It's not going to happen when you're sitting at home alone watching television, right? It's just not going to happen. So it may in all the Hallmark movies, right, that we've all been binge watching here lately, right, where something just magically happens. But no, put yourself out there uh, for things to kind of happen, to make connections there. Um,
Hmm.
and it's just more fun. It's more fun growing businesses together, right? It's just no fun on your own. You can't do it on your own. So why would you? So put yourself out there a little bit more. Jump in. There's so many organizations, great organizations out there that need help. And it's just not the soup kitchens or there's just so many different nonprofits out there, for profits that really need and appreciate your help. Um, and that's one of kind of my resolutions for next year is working with some organizations. They're great organizations. They really could use more help. I know the people that want to come in and help out, it's going to benefit them greatly, just like it has me as well, too. It's going to open up completely new doors, completely new opportunities just because you responded to something that you saw in an article right in the community. Somebody needed help, an organization needed help. So put yourself out there a little bit more. Focus on community next year, not just yourself.
Yeah, exactly. It's not fun to be on your own. It's not fun to do things on your own. That's why we've created this growth clinic. I mean, I'll be honest. It's just we're all doing very similar things. We're all kind of striving sometimes for something very similar, and we just do it on. We're siloed. We're doing it on our own. It's a lot more fun together. So yeah, your business, right? Your community. Let's remember that whatever you do in your business, whatever you do out there in the project, has to benefit somebody, and maybe that's where that community, maybe that's where that connection is going to come from. So, I definitely wish you that what you just what Matt just mentioned. But and just I guess to wrap it up, to say last point is yeah, we're all striving, right? We're all wanting more and things like that, which there's nothing wrong with that. But we all kind of wishing for that success and victory and all. But here's the thing: success and victory starts within, right? Great chess masters out there, they're saying before you get to the table, you win, right? Or two guys sit at the table playing chess, and this one guy, he knows, he says this guy has hard chance of winning just because he came with the win. He came with a victory. So whatever you do, and it literally has to do with everything that you can think of. It could be your family, right? You want to meet somebody finally. Well, guess what? The victory is within, inside of you, right? You want to accomplish something, right? You want to wrap it up, you want to finish, you want to start, it's all there. So it's very important to get your firmware updated to something that's functional. And if you had it to where it's not very functional for a little too long, well, maybe it's time. And I'm talking about myself. I'm looking in the mirror here as well. So, guys, we just wish you, yeah, again, start with small things, like we said, plan it, create better habits, small things, right? Rest, exercise, food, things like that. So small things, right? But then big stuff, like let your goals scare the heck out of you, right? And then don't forget that everything you do out there, that's all done for somebody, hopefully, for a community. So go connect, and yeah, just remember that you are victorious. Like you're set, you're ready, you're good, you're enough, and some really good things will come your way. So I guess my wish to kind of wrap up my part here is to say that you totally deserve it. And I'm looking at you, whoever's listening to us right now. You totally deserve it. And this upcoming year is going to be better. You'll see. It's going to be better.
Yeah.
So anything else, Matt, you want to add?
No, I'm just, I'm so grateful this year for all the connections that I've made here. They just kind of continue to expand and grow in the community. I feel like I started doing that a few years back here, right? And those seeds are really starting to grow, and the fruits of some of that labor of reaching out, connecting with people, being vulnerable, right? Putting myself out there a little bit more. It's really starting to pay off. And I'm streaming here on my page as well too. Just want to say Merry Christmas to all my friends, all the families. Like you said as well too, Anton, we're all of us that are listening to this, right, are so fortunate to be where we're at, where there's not bombs flying overhead. And,
yes, sir.
Regardless of any opinions one way or another, as far as how certain things should be handled when it comes to politics or wherever, we all have hearts, right? Let's remember to be human first, right? And hopefully pursue policies that, support us, so that, we can have the fun, safe lives, pursue that happiness that we all want, and really seek for each other. So just Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone out there.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, guys, it was good to see you. Let us know what you're up to, and let us know what kind of goals you're setting for yourself for upcoming year. And again, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from me and Matt. And yeah, we will see you guys in the new year. All got it all prepared. This is my Christmas tree.
Hey, you're ready to go. Get some lights up on that thing.
Got my flag out there. So yeah. Oh, and one last announcement before we log off. Elon's jet is over Dallas right now. So all right, see you guys later.
Don't get doxxed.
See ya.